Hey guys, welcome back. First of all, there is so much to talk about in this episode. I've never written this long of notes for anything in my life before. Here's the end of it. So, needless to say, this is going to be a kind of long video. But first, we should congratulate the cast and the crew of L Word Generation Q because if you guys haven't heard already, they have been renewed for season 2. Yay! I'm so excited because it's now just really getting better, and I feel like we're all really getting into it a bit more. And yeah, all right, let's start talking about this episode because there is a lot to uncover. So, poor Alice in the beginning of this episode. Alice is the only one out of the three, Shane and Bet, and Alice obviously making up the third part of it, that doesn't know about Felicity and Bet seeing Felicity. So I kind of feel her on that because when you're that close with some women in your life, it's a little bit hard when you're the one who's left out. So I feel Alice in that beginning part. Shane for the win. Uncle Shane for the win. So Bet, as we know, cannot go and basically out of her house. And Angie has her driver's test that she needs to take. So Shane offers to take her along with Kira and yes, Shane. um Also, a lot of people are really confused on why she's called Uncle Shane. So this is just my take on it. And if we think about it, Angie really doesn't have any men in her life. And the quote just popped in my head of when Bet says all she needs to do is turn on the TV. They're everywhere. If you guys know what episode that is. Great. So Angie doesn't really have any like men in her life. Kit would have been her aunt. Kit, obviously, as we know, died. Kit has a son, but that would make them cousins. Um, and we don't know about Tina's side. I did say in one of my comments on Facebook that all we know is Tina has a sister because she talks about it um later on at the end of season 6, I believe. Or I found it on the YouTube video of their integration videos. Um, and it's then revealed, spoiler alert, that Tina slept with her sister, so technically Bet was not her first. And yeah. So, anyways, um, really looking at who Angie's surrounded by, there's no men in her life. Don't know what happened to Angus, speaking of that. So, yes. Um, the whole Shane taking her to her driver's test just really, to me, that's why I love Shane. It's just another reason for me to love Shane even more because literally no matter what she says she's going to do something and she does it, she follows through every single time. So that was great to see. Um we need to talk about this. Tina, what the fuck? So Tina pops in out of kind of nowhere. And I don't know about you guys, what your guys' reactions were, but leave them down below. I would love to read them. But Bet opens that door and I just see that hair and I'm like, Tina, what the fuck? And I just start cussing at my computer. So we will unwrap this as I continue with my notes. But Tina, what the fuck? Again, poor Tess. She sleeps with Finley and then Shane catches them afterwards. It's really jeopardizing her job right now. I just feel so bad for Tess and I'm just happy she's still in the show, but it's just really depressing to see her go down this little hole that she's going down. So I realized somebody could make that sexual if they wanted to. Anyways, um Finley is straight up friends goals when she's in the pool and she's talking to Sophie. Or no, this was before then. Um Sophie was talking to her about her problems with Danny to Finley, and Finley's like, I like talking to you." Like, that whole conversation, I'm just like, "That is a true friend right there, and you do not want to lose her." So, straight up friend goals. I should just try to be friendly more often in my life, I'm not gonna lie. Um, Danny talking about Bet being inspiring and defending her by saying she's worth it. That whole thing just hit me in the feels. Um, that was beautiful. There was a lot of beautiful moments with this episode, but that I think was just so sweet, and it says a lot about Danny and how important Bet is in her life. So, um, I thought that was really sweet. So Shane, Angie, and Kira driving, that was great. When Angie pops the question, "How do you know you love somebody?" I loved how Shane got to handle that moment along with Kira. Um, that was just really sweet to see. Um, just again, like the relationship with Shane and Angie and now Kira, I thought that was really sweet. So I really liked that. I liked seeing the three of them, and especially Shane and Kira being like the parents in that scenario. Um, Alice's quotes. I wrote down a lot of quotes because there was a lot that made me laugh this episode. "It's not like I'm gossipy." Just take a second for that. "Sure, Alice, sure." Nat's eyes and lip color are fucking beautiful together. So when Alice, Gigi, and Nat are at, I think, lunch or breakfast, I don't know. They're sitting at a table at a restaurant. Nat, I just like I looked at Nat and I was like, "Oh my god, your eyes are so beautiful, and that lip color really complements your eyes." So, props to like the makeup people because that was actually a really beautiful choice of lip color because with Nat's eyes being like a gorgeous blue. Just thought to throw that one in there. Really, Gigi, when Gigi says we're not friends. I'm pretty sure you guys still have this whole thing to work out of what this throuple is, or if it is even anything. So yeah, okay. Good job, Gigi. Um, Bet and Tina arguing, nothing has changed. Like the way they argue, I feel like nothing has changed. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely felt like Bet was kind of building her wall up again, and Tina was just trying to be like understanding and trying to work with her, and sometimes she ends up working against her. So, um, literally nothing has changed with that. Bet saying, "I thought you were my family," absolutely killed me. Um, and I totally get where she's coming from because Tina apparently did not go to Kit's funeral, and I feel like she should have gone because Bet was a huge part of her life, which means Kit was a huge part of her life, and so that line, excuse me, just killed me. So let's see. Angie confessing her feelings for Jordy is spot on. I think the representation there of how nervous we are to tell a girl that we like them, excuse me, is so spot on. It's hard because as somebody who's gay, who's a lesbian, you like somebody and then you pray to God that they're not straight, but majority of the time they are. So that was really ballsy of Angie to do that, and I'm really proud of her for doing that because it's not easy, especially being 14 when you're trying to figure yourself out. And I feel like most people, the teenage years come out as bisexual. I think that was really great to see and important to see as well. So, and then Angie kisses Jordy, and Shane and Kira are cheering them on as they're kissing. I hope one day I am that person. Either I hope I'm that aunt or I hope I'm that mom if I ever become a mom. That's literally everything. I was like, yep, that's Shane for you. Shane is on board with this pregnancy, which I am so excited about because obviously we got to see a little bit of obviously Tina and Bet's journey of conceiving Angie, and now she's a teenager, and we're seeing the co-parenting. We're seeing Alice kind of thrown into parenting. I think it's gonna be really nice to see somebody um, work with parenting like from the very beginning. So work with an infant and then see them grow up and go through those stages of life. I think that's going to be really exciting. And I love how Shane is going to have that happen to her. Hopefully, if nothing wrong happens to the baby, I'm assuming. Um, so I think that'll be really great to see because I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that there's a lot of shows that have an lesbian couple with an infant and like raising that infant, but I could totally be wrong. And please let me know if there's any shows like that out there. So I think though that's important to see with this show because of how groundbreaking the L word has been. So, Nat's quote, I mean, it means we could hold hands in the dark. Nat just saying it how it is. And then Nat again saying, a big walk-in closet big enough for 3 adults. That got me laughing. So good. That was really great. The writing in this, I don't know about you guys, but was really, really good. And definitely made me laugh more than other episodes, I feel like. So here is a huge kind of paragraph that I have to read. So Alice is taking Gigi's side, and Alice is kind of leading this whole conversation of when they're in the car. Um, I feel Nat in this scene not wanting to tell anybody because she wants to tell the kids first. I think that's really important. First of all, you need to figure out what this is between the three of you, and then I think the kids would be the next people to tell, and then you should tell other people. Personally, that's what I think you should do, especially when there's kids in the picture. So there's that. And I get Alice and Gigi because now the kids are apparently asking questions. I don't understand why we're not seeing more of the kids. Um, just because I don't want it to be like Helena's kids, where they kind of were just like dropped off the face of the earth of the L word. Um, I definitely want to see more of that chemistry of the kids. How are they responding with having basically 3 moms? I kinda just wanna see more of that, and, I think that would be great to see, so hopefully, um and something I know, one of the great things about that scene is they're having this conflict when they're in a car, is a lot of times when we have conflicts in life, we want to physically just walk away, but since these 3 are literally in a car, they're stuck in traffic, they can't actually do that, and so I think that was really great, a really great scene because it shows that you're in the situation, you can't just walk away, like you probably would if you obviously, like, weren't in a car or, somewhere else that you're kind of, like, stuck. So I thought that was really, really great. Um so yeah, I think that scene was really great. Again, I just hope we see more of the kids because I don't want them to be forgotten about or just left out in general. Finley talking to Tess um in the bar was really funny. uh Great writing there. Finley dancing is probably the gayest thing I've seen on this show, and the entire show is gay AF. So I don't know. There was something about Finley's dancing that I'm like, oh my god, like that's really gay. Like that's totally how like gay people would dance, or I don't know. There was just something about it that I was like, wow, that's really gay. And I was like, this entire show is gay, but this is probably the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. So um let's see. Okay, Tina talking to Angie. Let's get into this. That was so sweet, and I love seeing the chemistry. Like, I'm actually really glad that Tina came back, and I'm gonna say it now. I'm sorry, Tibet fans, that I doubted you. I was wrong. You were right. Uh, I'm so happy Tina's back because I think it's important for us to see Tina's relationship to Angie now as obviously a 14-year-old. and how she's kind of handling that. So that was really great. Her line of I felt like half of a person when she talks about why she left Bet, and I felt that so much, like, it's not even funny. The chemistry between them is amazing. Um, just great, perfect. Another line from Alice. I don't think you should leave when we are all angry. Agreed, Alice. Agreed. It's never a good idea to leave somebody just because you're angry. You should probably try and work it out first. But it's kind of like when they say you shouldn't go to bed mad at your partner. I feel like it's the same thing in other situations. So, yes, Alice. Yes. Let's see. Oh, the cards that the kids give to Alice, Nat, and Gigi. Obviously, we see Alice and Nat read their cards. It was so sweet to see Alice's face when she reads M. Alice. I thought that was really cute. And of course, Malice. Of course, they put that in there. So that was really sweet. Alice's speech about how she is okay with this thruple thing is everything. I'm so excited that we're seeing a relationship like this where there is a lesbian couple relationship that's more than two people and they have kids. And I don't know, that representation I think is great. Like I said, I think in my last video, there's people out there. There are people who are polyamorous, who have kids, who are the same sex. I think they need representation on screen. So, um, that was just so sweet, and it kinda killed me on the inside, but it's fine. It's that whole speech was why I keep falling in love with Alice, is just because of those moments that just kinda stab me in the heart, but yeah. Um this whole conversation that happens. Why are you the best? I was born this way. Same, Alice. Same. It's literally something I would say in my actual life. Bet's speech is spot on. I'm so glad that she didn't drop out. I don't think I mentioned this, but her campaign manager, whatever his name is, I why can I never remember the guys' names? I don't know, but that speech that he gave about being a trans man and what it would mean if Bet, continued running was so important, and I'm so glad that Bet was able to just remember why she's running. Never forget Kit. Um, so yeah, that was really special and it needed to happen, and I honestly don't know what the show would be if Bet ended up dropping out, but whatevs. Just bravo on the speech. Bet has the most beautiful speeches I've ever heard in my life. And so who's ever writing those speeches, who's ever working on them, props to you guys because they are beautiful and so spot on. Um, in the end, Alice, Gigi, and Nat sleeping with the kids in bed was so cute. And all of the adults and their arms wrapped around the children was really cute to see. Um, Again, I would like to see more interaction when it came to the kids and Nat, Alice, and Gigi, but that was really cute. Um, yes, confront her, Sophie. So Sophie, this entire time, is struggling because Danny is not talking about her feelings with her. Danny's kind of pushing her away, and finally, even though Sophie's drunk, is confronting her, and I was just like, finally, finally. Also, I'm not going to surprise if they end up breaking up because lately it just hasn't been going well. And I feel like in the time frame of the L Word Generation Q, it's been a while since they gotten along. So I'm not gonna be surprised if they end up breaking up. But um last couple of things, Tina and Bet in the end, the quote, I am your family, you know? I love you. And then Bet saying, please don't go. Freaking killed me, you guys. This episode, I think, really brought back why we all love the L Word, what made it so special. Honestly, there was something really special about bringing Tina back, I feel like, and, seeing Bet and Tina together, and then in the end, seeing Bet, Tina, and Angie in bed together was so great. There was just something about this episode that was really nostalgic, I think, and so many reasons why we love the L Word, I think was in this episode. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Where do you guys think the series will go? I know it's really early, but if you guys have any predictions about season 2, leave them down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit that subscribe button. I post videos about my braces, acting videos, and babysitting videos. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button. I also do random videos throughout the week, and I will continue to do the L Word Generation Q review videos on Monday because I see that a lot of you guys are liking these videos, which makes me happy because I need to express my feelings about the show to the internet. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for 58 subscribers, I think is what I last saw. Thank you, you guys. I love you so much. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.